Welcome back to IGN Live at E3. The entire video game world is talking about one thing today, the Xbox One X. Ryan and I are very happy because we have the console here, and as well as Microsoft's Albert Pinello.
Hi, everybody. How you doing?
This is kind of the star of the show today.
I'm glad you think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Here it is. Ryan, what do you think?
I've thought from the dev kit video you guys put out right before 3, I was like, I can tell it looks pretty small like the S, and then you come out on stage and say it's the smallest console you've ever made. That is astounding considering what's inside it.
We tricked you. That was the point.
The best kind.
Yes.
So how? How is the question?
A lot of hard work from a lot of super smart people.
The original Xbox One is
larger.
It's so like
square,
heat proof, but it's it's got the size to match. This is crazy. What's going on here?
Yeah, I mean we talked about it on stage, and Kareem came and sort of talked about the vapor chamber and the Hovis method, and we've talked about the fan, and it takes a lot of technology. We had to invent some technology to get all of this power into such a small package. But look, we wanted to show off. We wanted to tell the world we're going to build the most powerful console, and we're not going to grow it. We're going to make it smaller.
I have to know same power cord, the internal power supply, so I can use the Xbox One S power cord here?
100%. In fact, actually, we haven't talked about it, but all the port arrangements on the back of the console are in the same place as they were on the Xbox One S. Same power cable, same HDMI. You can set it on top of an S, grab the cables, plug it right in. Getting the same power cable was actually one of the biggest debates we had to have with the engineering team, because we consume so much more power than the Xbox One S does.
Yeah, sure. How much smaller than the Xbox One S is it?
A little bit smaller.
A little bit smaller.
Just a little bit smaller. But I'm going to take it. It's technically smaller. If you put it in water, less water comes out.
It's still a true statement.
I'm a day one Xbox One owner. Yes. I still love my Kinect for voice commands. Yep. There's no Kinect port back here. Is there a way I can still hook it up?
100%. Yep. Actually, no. Kinect works. All the accessories, all the games, everything you have for an Xbox One S or the original Xbox One works.
That's good news.
It is.
That is very good news. I noticed the first thing that struck me when I earlier was looking at this side by side with an S. There's no exhaust out the top on this box. Everything, it's just, we got sides here, and I guess the back. Yeah. So can you talk about sort of, you've obviously had to re-engineer the cooling and airflow on this thing.
Actually, even though it looks like an Xbox One S, the only component inside the box that's the same is the Blu-ray drive. The entire system internally has been re-architected, so now we have a centrifugal blower fan inside, so the air comes in from the sides and exhausts out the back instead of out of the top. So you can stack stuff on it now. You can put your game disc on top, and it won't be a problem.
Put tons of stuff on there. Yeah, beer bottles. Let's talk about the name. Xbox One X. Scorpio is now officially Xbox One.
I know. I still
X.
have such a hard time saying the name.
It'll take some.
Yeah, that's right.
Getting used to. You guys kept that secret. That's pretty impressive.
We did. We did. Well, actually, on my Twitter handle, I put the original Xbox tagline, "No power greater than X," back when we had the anniversary. It's been there the whole time.
It was right in front of our eyes.
Found it. That's right,
Albert.
Yeah. Yes, it's been right there.
You talked about re-engineering the airflow, and everything inside is different. I guess the one unanswered question that we can't answer now because it's hooked up. So fortunately, you're here to ask: how quiet is this thing? Because the original Xbox One, whisper quiet.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Yeah. The Xbox One S, way smaller, still
super
whisper quiet, and that's one of the wonderful things about it, I think. So what about this monster, as you call it here?
It's going to be quiet. For movies, for games, for the Dash, same. Little bit louder when it comes. I mean, we're pushing so much more power.
Sure.
In a smaller area, it'll be a little bit louder, but I think for most people, they're going to be incredibly impressed at how quiet it is.
So we saw a lot of games on display at your conference today that'll be taking advantage of the new power that the Xbox One X provides. What is it that excites you about the potential that the X provides now?
Well, I think, we've talked a lot about specs, and I even brought the little chip here today, which I'll let you guys play around with. Nice. But I think being able to build a box where we started with the games and the game creators and the developers and said, we want all of those amazing 4K assets that you're building on PCs to run. It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Getting all those to be able to deliver high-end PC gaming graphics on the best TV in the house, that's what excites me. and developers are having a great time. I mean, you heard EA on stage talking about Frostbite. You saw stuff in 4K in our briefing, and the assets are there. We just need to, we're going to unlock them from the PC, and we're going to let them put on the best TV in the house.
Pre-orders.
Yes.
Everybody wants to give you money, I'm sure.
Not me. I don't get any of it.
Well, all right. Your company. When can people start pre-ordering this thing?
We have a very cool pre-order program coming. This week we were focused on launch date, price, and titles, and we're going to do pre-orders later in the year, for sure.
What sort of feedback have you been hearing back from developers that have been able to spend time with it?
We had a very developer-first mentality to this. Like I said, everything about this, all of the engineering and all of the performance came from game data. We emulated, we tested, we profiled existing content, and the specs in this box come from the games. So when we announced last year we were going to be able to deliver 4K and 60 frames a second, and everybody said, no, you can't do that, you can't do that. We're going, no. We can do it because we built the box to be able to do it. And so what's been great is developers have been able to get Xbox One games up and running in 4K in just a few days. And what's great about that is if you know anything about game development, it's iteration time. No. And so more time they can spend on the game and the gameplay and less time they're spending on tech is better for gamers. And we try to take that away from them, take the technology away so they can focus on the quality of the games.
There was a list of first-party games mentioned at the end that are getting enhancements. Forza Horizon 3, for instance, a gorgeous game locked at 30 frames, open world. Is that going to go to 4K now, or what can we expect from some of the first-party existing titles? So
all the first-party games are going to get upgraded to 4K. And what's great, if you look at Killer Instinct, you look at Forza Horizon 3, you look at Gears of War, they did 4K PC versions. So if you saw those amazing high-res textures, high-res graphics, that's coming to the Xbox One X. Other games, they're going to choose how to use the power in the box in the best way that they can. But I think it's great that Xbox One owners already have Xbox One X games and they don't even own the platform yet. So you're going to take your game library. If you got a hard drive, plug it into an Xbox One X. You're going to get those upgrades, and you already own a library of Xbox One X enhanced games before you've even bought the console.
That's pretty exciting.
Did you guys say how big the hard drive is in this thing?
It's a terabyte.
1 terabyte, okay. Can I give you money for a 2 terabyte version? Is that going to happen?
Me personally?
Again,
we can talk
maybe
after. Yeah.
Phil.
You ask Phil. He's a better guy to ask than I am.
Well, can you use an external hard drive?
100%. In fact, I'm always encouraging people to use an external hard drive. Actually, on an Xbox One S, your load times will be faster with an external hard drive. And if you're thinking about Scorpio, it's going to be awesome. I will just unplug that hard drive, plug it into this. All the games get better, all the patches will get downloaded, and all your enhanced stuff will just be there. So you don't have to swap, load, move stuff over. You'll sign in with your live gamer tag and a hard drive, and this is your console.
Nice. Grab a 7,200 RPM external drive, right? Something nice and speedy.
Sure, yeah. Or an SSD if you're really
right. If
you really want to go,
really
go for it.
Serious about it.
Serious.
It's a very minimalist design. I could actually hold it up if you don't mind.
Yeah, go, please, absolutely.
Hold it up for the camera so we can just sort of show off what they're going to be getting here on the package. So the front, just the power button?
Simple. Yeah, and power button, bind,
what about
eject,
yeah, right
IR
here?
blaster. That's right, that's eject. 3 USB port, 3 ports, 1 in the front, 2 in the back.
Yeah, can you get an up-close shot on this little Easter egg message over here on the right side of the console? It says hello. Hold on. I was reading it a second ago. I think it was hello from Seattle, I believe.
Is that what it says?
It does.
Oh, that's very,
very
cute.
Isn't that in here too? In the inside of the controller?
I think it might be.
Or is it? I'm trying to remember. Maybe I'm not remembering well.
Yeah, so on the back you have your HDMI, more USB in your
That's
Ethernet.
right, IR out, that's SPDIF, Ethernet. All the same ports from Xbox One S.
But that's about it. It's very minimal design. What do you think, Ryan?
It's sharp. I mean, you guys have come so far in hardware design. I mean, the original Xbox, kind of a big console at the time, basically just a PC stuffed into a console
OG,
form
that's
factor.
right. Yeah, literally, it's an OG.
Yeah, and then the 360, which went through the overheating issues. Shall we just leave it at that? But then that was revved, and that got better and better. And then we talked to the Xbox One. Good sized console, but just seemingly from my perspective over-engineered. And guess what? It worked. It never.
It's been great, yes.
Nobody I know. Nobody ever tweets me or says, "God, my Xbox One died." Never happens. It works. It's quiet. And then to take that and shrink it down into the S, and now to pump up the power and still shrink the size of the box is really, really impressive.
I would be lying if I said the team wasn't showing off. They really wanted to show what the team could do, and from a design perspective, from an innovation perspective, keeping it quiet, making it small with the performance. The team is really proud.
And the controller is unchanged.
Unchanged from it's the controller we updated last year in a matching black with Bluetooth and the features that we updated for Xbox One S last year.
Sure. You also announced today original Xbox games.
Yes. There are a handful of us. I've actually been around since before we launched the original Xbox, so I was there. I've launched every console that we've worked on. There are a handful of us that have been fighting with our not fighting with our fans fighting to get OG Xbox working. And not only what's great about OG Xbox is not only does it work, the discs work. If you bought the game on 360, your digital entitlement will work. And you can actually system link an OG Xbox, a 360, an Xbox One, and an Xbox One X, and do 4-player system link LAN play with all original discs across 3 generations of consoles.
That's really awesome.
It's a pretty cool
really great.
Yeah, the emulation guys are like, they're ninjas.
And this thing's got enough power. You could just load the entire original Xbox games into RAM and have plenty of room left over.
Which is why and you know what? I think if you saw Crimson Skies on the screen today, it looks great. We're not talking in detail right now, but the team has some tricks up their sleeve. And I think when the OG Xbox games show up, people are going to be very impressed.
So the Xbox One X is out on November 7th.
November 7th.
Same day as Crackdown 3.
That's right.
And Forza 7 will already be out.
It will already be out, and if you went ahead and bought that, you'll get the upgrade already. You'll get the upgrade for free when the system releases.
Which upgrade are you referring to?
The enhanced
4K
version
assets.
for Scorpio with the 4K assets.
Gotcha, yeah. No, I'm just trying to plan out like what would the ideal launch lineup be if you pick up an Xbox One X, you want to get Crackdown, Forza, Shadow of War. Like, what are going to be the games that really show off the power of the console?
Well, I mean, that's a great question. So many. I mean, Forza, obviously. I mean, you guys saw it on screen.
Yeah.
Forza's going to look great. Crackdown will look great. Actually, Horizon, Killer Instinct, the games that we announced for the upgrades, those are going to look great. And you saw on stage E3, Madden's going to look great.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing some of this stuff. Frankly, for the first time myself, I haven't seen all the games yet.
Interesting.
But there's going to be some great stuff.
Imagine what's Cuphead going to look like in 4K on this thing.
Yeah. Well, we
That's
finally got that
real nice.
Finally with that release date.
Yeah.
Yes.
You should have seen it. And when you announced the release date, the entire IGN war room erupted in applause. Everyone was really excited about that.
So did we when we first saw that asset for the first time.
Yeah. We've been waiting that for a long time. Ryan, what excites you? You've been covering Xbox for a long time.
A lot of Xboxes now over the years. A lot of variations.
It's not too often you get the new Xbox hardware launched. What excites you about this hardware revision?
Just being able, knowing with the 360, the 360 was the place to go to really, by and large, get the best third-party experience. So your third-party games were going to run best there. That's where your friends wanted to go, and you guys should be able to reclaim that crown again with this little guy right here. Whether it's a bit better frame rate, native 4K or whatever it is you guys the developers end up doing. This is now the best place to play third-party games, seemingly, for sure.
Yep.
The Xbox Scorpio is now officially the Xbox One X.
I do the same thing. It's all right.
It is out November 7th at $499. Thank you so much for bringing it by the show.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.